Eilish, welcome to Future Sounds. It's great to have you with us.
I'm so glad to be here again. I miss you, Annie.
I miss you too, man. And I mean, we've spoken on Zoom. Last time we spoke was November, which feels like about 2 weeks ago. But when we spoke last, you spoke to me about an album. You spoke to me about like a schedule that your mom suggested. And next thing, here we are. 16 tracks and a new album, Happier Than Ever. Woo! It's exciting.
Oh my God. So surreal. I can't believe the information is out there. It's been a secret for so long. It's so crazy that it's announced and it's coming and crazy.
So the track has just dropped, Your Power. We're going to play it twice because it's our hottest record in the world, of course. But before we press play on it this time, anything you want to tell me about it?
Well, first of all, I would say that it's probably my favorite song that I've ever made. But that doesn't, take away from anything else. This album, I've put myself in a different mindset and tried to look at it from another person's point of view or as my own point of view, just if I was listening to it and it wasn't my own album. And it's really my favorite thing in the world. I'm just so proud of it. And Your Power is my favorite song that I've ever made. So there you go.
Let's listen. It's Your Power. It's Billie Eilish. It's brand new. Your Power on BBC Radio 1. Billie Eilish is back. It's a brand new song. Billie, there's so much to discuss with this song. First of all, just an acoustic guitar. Talk to me about the creation of this song. What was going through your head when you were making it and when you and Phineas were sitting together?
What the hell was going through our heads? I think this was mid-summer last year, or beginning of summer. And we had just that line, try not to abuse your power, with that melody. And that's it. It was just that one line. And then we were just sitting in the kitchen in Phineas' house. And we were not planning on writing a song. And then we were just sitting there. He was playing guitar and we just started singing it and went from that melody and just kind of took it from there. And, it's really a big subject. And it's about a lot of different things. And I think that it's just sadly very relatable for people.
That's literally the word I wrote down. That is the word, relatable.
Yeah. And that's how that is? Yeah. That it's relatable for people. Yeah. I'm not going to make it about my experiences because it's really, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands and millions of people have experienced this every single day. It's everywhere you look. And I hate it. And I wanted to say something, and I'm, not going to get too deep into the specific lyrics and what they really mean and what they're really about. But it's a problem that's, occurring everywhere you look, and everyone is someone or knows someone that's been, taken advantage of. So
the album is called Happier Than Ever. Mm-hmm. The picture, the artwork projected onto Marble Arch here in London, looking absolutely beautiful. I realised last night as I zoomed in that there's a tear on your cheek, Billie. Is this a happy tear or a sad tear? What's going on with this tear? I knew you'd do that. It's an enigmatic tear.
You tell me.
Yeah.
It's a real tear. I'll tell you that.
A real tear. Okay, so it's up to us to decide. It's such a powerful shot for that. When you zoom in and you see that, it's like, oh my God, it changes everything. But can we talk about this album in terms of, the time when you made it? Because when I spoke to you last, as we said, you set a schedule. Your mom was kind of gently guiding you into kind of, come on, let's get working here, in a good way. Let's make your time, productive and useful. What happened next?
Well, she came up with that idea just as a help, because she knew it would help us. Because, and this is the same thing with the last album. We finished making When We All Fall Asleep, Where'd We Go? And we just didn't make music for 8 months because we just, got busy and we didn't have a deadline of making something. And we also didn't need to finish something. So we were we'll do it later. We're going on tour. We can't make anything. So we were kind of in that mindset. And, things were really slow at the time, and we were like bored all the time, and it wasn't like an exciting thought to like get back and make an album. And so when my mom came up with that, we were like, oh, that's so stupid. And it literally helped so much. I can't even tell you that we just had 3 days on the calendar of just from 1 to, maybe 7 or later if we want. We just hang out and maybe something will happen and we'll make a song. And we did. And we made an entire album. And it was such a fun process. It was so much fun, and it was so satisfying. We were in like the best place creatively than we've ever been, ever. I felt like I was at an all-time good at like writing finally, and like my voice was sounding good, and it's been maturing so much, and it was just great. I don't know. It was great.
The documentary, The World's a Little Blurry, which I so enjoyed. There's so much to talk about within that, but one of the things I most enjoyed was watching you and Phineas and your relationship, and just like this just amazing like bond that you have. And watching you make songs together was so intriguing. And learning in this documentary that there was times when you don't like writing songs. It's not an enjoyable thing for you. Talk to me about that. And did that evolve? Did that change in the making of this album?
It changed. It changed so much. I mean, writing songs can be really fun if you're in the right place for it.
Yeah.
And you're having the right ideas. I don't know. But a lot of times writing can be, for me, so unpleasant. And Phineas has agreed with me on that sometimes. Like, he's a really fast writer, so it's a little bit different for him because he's not, like, I take a little longer to write than he does. He's kind of just like boom, 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 boom. He's really good at it. It can be tough, but I think it just like changed for this process. I felt better than I've ever felt about my writing. I actually was like having fun and looking forward to it every day and on a roll. We were like on a roll. There was a few weeks where, because every time we finish a song, we sent it to the whole like label team just so they could hear it. There was like a couple weeks where we were sending them like every couple days. We'd be like, okay, another song done, another song done, another song. And it was like, nobody was pushing us to finish it. Nobody was saying it has to be done at this time. Nobody was saying, where's the next song? It was so natural, and it just flowed, and it was...
And why do you think that was?
Part of it was probably not having pressure, not having a deadline. Pressure of other people and pressure of our own. We weren't making it thinking, we didn't go into it thinking we have to make an album right now with 16 songs and we have to finish it by January. We were not thinking that. When we started making the songs off this album, the label was kind of like, you guys don't have to make this right now. Like, you have time. And we were like, yeah, but why not? It's here.
You want to. And what did you find yourself writing about this time around? Because I know from speaking to artists every night that there was a kind of long period of inertia in the pandemic where people are like, there's no inspiration at all. So what were your inspirations, I guess, lyrically?
So much. It's such a wide range.
Yeah.
And it is not a COVID album at all. Like, at all. It is really about so many different things and things I've really experienced, and a lot of truth about my life, and a lot of writing about the world and about things I've seen, or I don't know. It's about a lot of stuff, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for people to hear it. I'm like, it's my favorite thing that I've ever made.
Okay, let's play a track off it. We know My Futures is on it, and let's play that right now, and then we'll come back and speak on the other side of this. It's a big day. There's so much to speak about, Billie. I got the photo book today. I saw it. I got into bed and looked at the whole thing, and it was just so gorgeous. How was it poring over all of your family photos and trying to put them all into one book?
It was a load of work. It was really a lot of work. It was a long time of a lot of work, but so satisfying. Oh my God. It was, for me, it was like months of looking through hard drives of my entire life. It was kind of crazy because it was like a little awful sometimes because I'd have to like relive certain parts of my life that I did not enjoy.
Sure.
It was weird. It was really weird.
But reading it is mad because you just see your whole life change. Like, it's just so interesting.
Oh my God. It's a different life. I mean, my life has gone from one thing to the next, and it's really crazy to think about, but it was so satisfying. We like probably thousands of pictures, I think. And then we just went to my house one day and we printed all of them up and we laid them all on the ground. Yeah. And I like laid them all in the exact order that I wanted them to be in the book, and like what the page number had to be and the sizing, and it filled up the entire living room floor, the entire couch, the dining room table, the kitchen floor, the kitchen counter, and the hallway.
I mean, one of the things that comes through in the book and the doc, and again, one of the things that moved me so much about the doc is just your family and how tight-knit they are, and how much of a, like, as you see the world getting crazier around you and everything becoming more chaotic, you know, your family are just kind of there, this kind of real rock, you know, foundation kind of support system for you. And I wondered, like, when you watch the doc back, right, which must have been mad for you, and like seeing your world from the outside in, okay, rather than living it, just watching it like everyone else would. How did you feel about that experience, about watching you? And like, were you surprised by anything? Did anything like freak you out? How did you feel about it?
The whole thing freaked me out from the jump. They were filming me for like 3 years basically, and then I didn't see any of the footage until almost a year after they stopped filming. And I didn't hear a thing about it. I didn't know what was in it. I was terrified. It was so scary. Oh my God. And then, yeah, watching it for the first time, it was like a really long cut because it was one of the first ones. And it took us hours and hours and hours to get through because we kept pausing it to like scream about it and run around the house. And I wish I could tell you the parts that we screamed about, but oh my God. And I think it's the last like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the doc. I bawled through the whole thing almost the first time I watched it.
But when you drive away and your dad's there, I couldn't handle it, Billie.
I know. It's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. Who has their life filmed? I don't know.
Yeah, but
the ending of the movie where it like shows the whole montage of like the shows and then the Grammys and like, oh my God. I just bawled watching that. I was like, what is my life, dude? What?
But amazing to have that. Like, you'll treasure that, you know, just what an incredible document of this crazy time. And another thing that keeps coming up in the doc is just your growth. And I wanted to ask you about that because you can see your conviction getting stronger with everything that you do. And you being like, nah, you know what? I'm going to do videos myself. I want to do things myself, you know. And I know you've directed this video for Your Power. How has that, like, kind of that transformation been for you, kind of really owning every aspect of the kind of creative process, obviously sharing it with Phineas as well? But
I think the main thing is it's just a lot of work that I didn't, you don't really think about it because you're like, oh my God, just let me do it.
Yeah.
But it's a ton of work. And it's also hard because, for me at least, like, I've found that, like, I have these ideas in my head that are completely exact in my head, and it's hard to make them come to life. It's hard to relay. It's hard to, I don't know like enough about cameras to really know exactly what I even want, even though I know what I want. So it's like a lot more detailed than I thought, but it's so satisfying.
And part of it is just having the courage to go, this is what I want. Yeah, I want to do this and I don't know how to do it, but that's your job. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? That's part of it, isn't it? Just having the conviction behind your vision to go, let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Okay, Billie, we're going to play the song one more time. It was an absolute pleasure to see you as always on a really beautiful blue-skied morning over there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Let's play this one more time. It's your hottest record in the world. It's Your Power. Thank you, Billie.
Thanks, Annie.